Zamora's hidden secrets. Zamora is a Spanish province with an important cultural and natural heritage. The capital, Zamora, is known as the Pearl of the Duero, as it is located on the banks of one of the most important rivers in Spain, the Duero, where the beautiful dome of the cathedral, the symbol of Zamora, overlooks the city. Zamora, a historic city where important events took place during the Middle Ages, engraved in the memory in its squares and on its stones. Lose yourself in its streets and squares to discover them. Discover the Romanesque capital with its 20 buildings, mainly churches, of this architectural style from the 12th and 13th centuries. The jewel of Zamora's Romanesque architecture is its cathedral, with its imposing gallonada dome covered with scales and of Byzantine influence. Here you can see the Bishop's Gate, Puerta del Obispo, the most beautiful of the Romanesque porticos in the city. Lose yourself in its streets to discover other important monuments, such as Santiago el Burgo, one of the oldest churches which stands out for its gravity-defying portico. In the Plaza de Santa María la Nueva, echoes of one of the city's most famous legends to resound, the truth Motin de la Trucha, when on Christmas Eve 1158 a popular revolt set fire to the church with the aristocracy inside. The king pardoned them in exchange for building a new church, Santa María la Nueva, whose apse is one of the most beautiful in the city. Let your steps lead you to another of the city's Romanesque treasures, the magnificent Church of La Magdalena, with its imposing florid portico, the most delicately decorated in the whole city. According to the tradition, if you don't see the bishop among the flowers the first time you look, you'll never get married. Enter the El Troncoso Street and immerse yourself in silence of the old Jewish quarter. Enjoy some of the most spectacular viewpoints over the Duero and its famous medieval bridge. History says that Zamora was not conquered in an hour. Stroll through the castle gardens, discover some of its historical corners, such as the Portillo de la Lealtad, and contemplate some of the sculptures by the important Zamora sculptor Baltasar Lobo. Explore some of its quiet squares where you will find typical tablas bar. Discover its characteristic main square, Plaza Mayor, with the Church of San Juan and its beautiful rose window, which is one of the symbols of the city. But Zamora is more than just Romanesque. Stroll along its main street, Santa Clara. Enjoy its commercial atmosphere and contemplate spectacular modernist buildings such as the House of the Caryatids or the Old Casino, located opposite another great medieval monument. And in the middle, a beautiful garden with a beautiful sculpture by great Baltasar Lobo, the allegory of motherhood. The streets of Zamora are reminiscent of ancient trades. Los Herreros Street is nowadays the tapas area, and Balborraza Street, with its striking viewpoints, is still the street of artisans. If you need a little break, there is nothing better than sitting in the shade of the braided branches of the trees in the Viriato Square. There stands, imposingly, one of the most famous sculptures of the Zamora Andalusian hero who defeated the Romans in 7 battles until he was betrayed by his friends. The flag of Zamora is a tribute to that brave effort, and each of its 7 green stripes commemorates the battles won against the Romans. But Zamora has much more than monuments. If you travel through the province, you will discover one of Spain's most important rural paradise, with unique spots such as Sanabria Lake or Los Arribes del Duero Natural Park. A territory of great beauty and scenic value with enormous contrast between Los Arribes and the Peneplain, shaped by the deep encasement of the Duero River and its tributaries, a set of granite canyons carved out by the rivers over thousands of years and of singular beauty, which you can explore on foot along the enormous zinc-posted trails or by boat. Seize the moment! A valley protected from the winds and with plenty of sunshine creates a microclimate that allows the presence of rich flora and fauna. The cliffs and the rock formations constitute the habitat of the most important group of fauna, the birds. If you take your binoculars, you will watch the black stroke in the distance. Kingfishers and ocellated lizards are everywhere due to the climate condition of this area. If you still want to discover other surprising places in the province, Sanabria is the must-see. The largest lake of glacial origin in the Iberian Peninsula in the Sanabria Lake Natural Reserve, a natural site of national interest. Spread throughout the mountain range, you will find more than 20 lakes and several canyons that show the same quaternary glacial action and countless waterfalls and streams that have given rise to an area with incredible aesthetic and scenic values. In Sanabria, you can see mountain goats, boar deers, chamans and wolves, a great variety of animals. This region, along with Sierra de la Culebra mountains, are very famous for its large population of Iberian wolves. Come and discover a natural heritage. Not far from Zamora, we can find interesting and attractive villages where we can continue our journey of discovery of its cultural heritage. Fuentesauco is one of the most important towns in the province of Zamora, a quiet village with a Castilian flavor where you can discover its beautiful arcaded square or the imposing churches that were built in the 16th century. The Church of Santa Maria of surprising dimensions with its characteristic tower, and the Church of San Juan with its slender belfry. In addition, when strolling through the streets, you will find numerous houses with coats of arms belonging to old aristocratic families. Near Fuentesauco, in the region of La Guareña, you will find equally important monuments in Fuente la Peña, Olmo de la Guareña, and Cañizal, with beautiful churches built in brick 500 years ago. In this region, you can also contemplate one of the jewels of Visigothic art in Europe, San Pedro de la Nave, a church and convent from the 8th century with a singular beauty in its interiors that makes it unique. But coming to Zamora is not just about enjoying its heritage and nature. It is a province that has managed to preserve ancestral traditions, such as the colorful winter masquerade held in many villages. Particularly significant is the Fiesta de las Águilas, a day when women take charge of their villages and, dressed in their best clothes and accompanied by traditional music, go in procession and dance through the town. Santa Águeda is a Christian martyr. On February the 5th, there is a special mass and a procession. The Águedas carry on their shoulders Santa Águeda's sculpture and dance in front of it with flutes, drums and dulzainas. In all the municipalities, you can find numerous dances, such as the Jota Castellana. It's danced arm in arm with a partner and even playing castanets at the same time. Traditional dances are always presented at any party, fiesta, but the most original is undoubtedly the paloteo dance in the small village of Cañizal. It comes from an Argentinian dance and was brought by some migrants 300 years ago. It's a dance performed in which the dancers hit short sticks with each other or with another dancer when the music plays. It requires them a lot of concentration. The dancers wear costumes with matching ribbons and a hat with paper flowers. One of the most deeply rooted traditions in Zamora and the province is Easter Week, which is of international tourist interest, with its multitudinous brotherhoods parading through the streets with important sculptures representing the Passions of Christ. In rural areas, Fuentesauco shines in a special way, with one of the most important Holy Weeks in the province with several brotherhoods, especially that of the Nazarenes, the oldest and most numerous. If you visit Zamora and Fuentesauco, you will also discover a rich gastronomy. Numerous typical dishes invite you to sit at the table, such as Zamora-style rice or the local typical dish, cocido, made with its famous chickpeas, and enjoy tasting the white gold, as they call the asparagus from the area of La Guareña. Come to Zamora, the great unknown, and let yourself be surprised by its hidden secrets.